those players that he can trust and is gonna, is gonna give him the confidence to be, on that starting team or whatever, So I'm sure
Right.
they're gonna have some shakeout as well. You'll see
They'll
some,
figure it out.
yeah, yeah. So some of those guys aren't going to be playing next week for sure. So
Uh-huh. So with you living in Tucson, I gotta ask, where's the place to be Mexican food wise, man? Where's the
oh,
restaurant you go to?
I go to El Sur,
Okay.
which is like kind of around the corner from my office, man. They've been around for, I don't know, 60, 70 years or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
They've got some pretty good chili verde, which is what I love. My favorite is Guadalajara Grill.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Yes, sir.
they make this sick uh, chili verde burrito, and they
Okay.
make it wet, so they fill it full of that pork that's been roasted in a crock pot for like 5 hours, and
Fall off
they
the
make,
bone, dude. Oh,
yeah, then they take that green chili and they pour it over the top of the burrito, and
hmm.
they serve it with that Mexican rice and some refried beans, man. Oh,
Let's
and then
go.
the crazy part is they got a little salsa grill that runs around in that restaurant that literally makes the salsa from scratch at your table right in front of you. Literally, she's
Love
like,
it.
"You like spicy or do you like mild?" And she just sits there and grinds it in this little bowl,
Oh,
and
the
then gives you,
molcajete bowl, right?
yeah, man. And then they give you homemade tortilla chips. Like, it's not the store bought stuff. They actually make them right there at the restaurant.
Dude, come on. Can't
Yeah,
beat
it's so
that.
crazy.
Okay. I haven't
Everybody
I
else,
haven't been down to
everybody else,
Tucson in forever.
yeah, everybody else likes El Charo, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're a little overpriced. And
Hmm.
actually, I went there one time, and believe it or not, they serve oysters there, and I think I got sick. So yeah,
Left a bad taste with you. Left a bad taste.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. You got to be careful with oysters in Arizona, I guess.
Oysters at a yeah, yeah, in Arizona, exactly.
Right.
All right. Okay. So last thing before we head out, you're playing me this week. You're playing me. Do you have you got any shit to say? You got anything to get off your chest with me, you know?
You know, I got my ass handed to me this last week.
Yes, sir.
I thought I had a small chance until Prescott didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
And he got literally didn't score anything. Um,
Annihilated, yeah.
and that kind of hurt me because I was counting on those, 20 to 30 points there.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of players that didn't see a lot of action. So I think with all the injuries, with me swapping Cousins out, Cousins had a great game. I think he's going to go into the next game guns blazing. I think he scores 30 plus, maybe 40. Um,
Yeah.
uh, even though I think they're playing, aren't they playing? Uh, uh,
Philly, I think.
is it Philly?
The Vikings, I think so. Let me double check. Yep, yeah, you guys are playing. They're playing Philly this week.
Yeah, so they should destroy those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking for my running backs, and of course DK after a win. I
Right.
think that he's going to do well as well. So I mean, we'll see. You can never look at the projected points. Every time I see that, I'm just like,
Hate
oh
it.
man, God,
I
you know,
hate it.
41, whatever it is, 59. And you're just like, man, I gotta come up with some players that are gonna score some more points or projected average, but a lot of
Uh-huh.
times, man, a lot of times that don't really mean a lot,
For real.
especially if somebody gets hurt or they have a bad game or whatever. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what shakes out.
You got
Um,
Kittle coming back at tight end too. You had to start
I
without a high draft pick in George Kittle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually swapped him out already because I figured he'd come back for the second game or the second week. So I got rid of my other tight end and threw him in there. And I think I picked up another running back, and I threw him in there for on my flex. So We'll see what happens, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's anybody's game, but you know, there's a lot of games left. So, you know, I just got to make it to the playoffs and then pick up a couple of backup players, you know, on my bench and get a little depth on that part and I'll be good, you know, as long as they stay healthy, you know.
Right.
So, you know, that's the key is they got to be healthy. I'm glad that, you know, I got all that the injury stuff out of the way hopefully this week and
Hopefully you got it out of the way week 1. And yeah, it's definitely not about who's the best team going into it. It's the healthiest team on that playoff run, you know?
that's what hurt me last year, man. I had good players, man.
Right.
They just got injured. Like McCaffrey, man, come
They
on,
burned
man.
out.
That
Yeah.
killed me. I thought for sure top running back in the whole freaking league, man, and he gets blown out and he's out for the rest of the season. I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, that's painful, dude.
It
And then,
hurt, man.
you know, and then of course, you know, when you're halfway through the season, it's hard to pick up another player because everybody's kind of, you know, shaking everything out, and they've got their players that they're gonna play every single week, you know, as long as they're not injured. And unfortunately, nobody else wanted to give up players, you know. So, but we'll see.
No, and it's a deep league, you know, so it's tough to find players even now and into the season. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. We got a great league though, man. I got to tell you,
Thank you.
I appreciate everything that you do, and
Hey, thank you.
I like the way that you got it all set up, and it's all fair and
Hmm.
square, and I really all the guys are fun. You know,
Good.
I gotta kind of figure out my thing, and so I don't get notified every time somebody text messages in that feed because I'm at work, man, and my phone's going ding ding ding. So it's like, and I see all this shit talking too, you know. So I'm just kind of like,
I love
oh,
it, man. I love it,
yeah.
but it does get crazy. It's like don't look at my phone for 5 minutes. I'm seeing 20 notifications. Like, oh my gosh, dude, what? Who's
And
talking? Who's
I
talking
want to
shit
get
to
in
who?
there. I want to get in there and talk a little bit of shit, but I don't know a lot of these guys personally, probably like maybe
Mhm.
you do, but because that, you know, I was in that other league for quite a few years and then
Yeah,
got kind of jacked out of our
we
cash.
got burned. We got
Yeah,
burned.
that's crazy too. I still try to hit that guy up for it, but he don't even acknowledge my messages anymore, but whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know.
yeah,
The
but
worst.
I'm getting to know these guys, you know, and eventually, you
Mm.
know, we ought to do like a little retreat or something, man, and all get
Right.
together or whatever, you know. So
Exactly. Most of us are in Arizona, so we could pull it off, you know. We could pull it off. We got that league camaraderie going on right now.
is everybody mostly in Arizona?
Yeah, there's a couple. Paul is in North Carolina, the infamous Paul, and then
Yeah.
Holston is our league champ that last year is. I don't know where he is. I think he's in Seattle right now. He's in
Oh, is
Seattle,
he?
but
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So everybody else is in Scottsdale or Phoenix or whatever?
right, Scottsdale. It's either Phoenix, Tucson. In Tucson actually. A lot of people are in Tucson, and then
Really?
Flagstaff. So yeah, we
Okay.
got to set something up, man. But hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being part of the first podcast, Andrew. And
I know.
you know, you defended it. This was perfect, man. So good luck this week. Projections mean absolutely nothing. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Andrew. I will see you. I'll go ahead and talk my shit on Sunday.
All
How
right,
about
man.
that?
I'll see you on Sunday, buddy. I'm coming for
Hey,
you.
sounds good, man. Sounds good. Tucson ball sackers right
All
here in the
right, man.
flesh. Catch you
Later.
later.